It's now been 2 days since two unprovoked random attacks occurred in Vancouver's downtown core, right across from our studios, in fact. Well, our story producers Alison Cole and Lisa Christensen asked Vancouverites how they're feeling about general safety in our city centre.
In light of these attacks in downtown Vancouver, how does this make you feel safety-wise in downtown Vancouver?
Well, I think it's now becoming a random event because you're walking out and this poor person that got killed, he was just maybe going to work or whatever at 7 o'clock in the morning, and he gets killed and the other person has his hand cut off. I live literally 2 blocks away from there. And I just moved here 2 weeks ago to this part of town. And yes, it makes me feel worried. My wife and I were just saying yesterday that now we have to be watching over our shoulder more and more, so it's not good.
Well, I wasn't feeling that safe before those attacks, but I certainly don't feel any safer now. I've noticed the downtown since COVID's really kind of been taken over by a lot of unwell people, drug addicts, things like that. It's gotten quite violent and scary down here.
Well, I'm always looking around me now. I mean, I used to love coming downtown, and I don't come down very often anymore because of always feeling like I have to look over my shoulder. And it's really depressing to see so many stores with boards in the windows and the Hudson Bay. I mean, it's like Vancouver has just gone to hell in a handbag. So I used to be a disability rights advocate before I retired. And, I know how it is for people, who have mental health problems and so on, and drug addiction. But I think when they're making decisions about how to approach drug addiction and mental health, they also need to think about the effect on the public. When you're making ethical decisions, you have to consider the whole picture.
I always feel like a level of unsafety just like as a woman walking downtown. I just have to have my wits about me, but I don't know. I feel like I hear a lot of these things happening very often, so I'm kind of, I don't know. It sucks that you have to be used to hearing about it, but it doesn't make me feel like more unsafe than I already would have felt, I think.
More than anything, it makes me feel sad that people are being not taken care of very well by our healthcare system, and people who need support with their mental health and with their mental illness are probably not receiving it. But it doesn't necessarily make me feel unsafe. It's upsetting, obviously, and it's like disappointing to hear about that kind of thing, but I think it's more like a side effect of the system on the whole and less like the individual.
Well, as a longtime resident of Vancouver, I'm aware that these attacks are happening more and more frequently, and it's disturbing. And so I don't know what needs to happen. I'm pretty sure it's a very systematic problem, but something needs to change. Well, I actually live in Gastown, so I feel neutral. However, I would appreciate maybe a stronger police presence. I know that's a very controversial opinion, but that's just how I feel.
So that's our story producers Alison Cole and Lisa Christensen asking Vancouver residents just how safe they feel in the downtown area.